45 miles in a recent race, and now she plans to make it an annual event. This one would have never done that before on her own for her own benefit, but she pushed her fitness limit for her father and at the same time improved her own health and well-being. Another example of an equally inspiring woman that I know who just started exercising, had never really had an interest in running at all, let alone long distances, but she trained and finished her first marathon this year to raise money for a charity to help support a disease from which her daughter suffers from. By breaking those fitness barriers, moving beyond what they thought was possible and what they could physically achieve, not only helped others who can't push themselves, but it also helped create her stronger body and mind. These women are you and I, and you can do it too. Training for a triathlon is another way to step up your workouts with an end goal. As a coach of many first-time women triathletes, I've had several athletes, our host and founder included, who have been successfully challenged by completing their first triathlon. This sport is unique in that whatever your skill level is, if you're a rookie or maybe a middle-of-the-pack person, you can race along professional athletes in the same event. You can't play a pickup basketball game with Derrick Rose. You can't play a casual flag football game with Jay Cutler, or play even a little tennis with Venus and Serena, can you? The women-only She Rocks Sprint Distant Triathlon, which is held in June in Naperville, is a popular first race for beginner women triathletes. The camaraderie, friendship, and support felt between all the women triathletes in this race will surely make the new female triathlete hooked on that challenge of the sport. And don't you think the women had a newfound confidence and strength in their bodies and minds from that? As a coach, I watched these women train hard for this race, and it brought them to tears at the finish to see their children, spouses, and other family members cheering them on. Challenging yourself physically can change your life forever. Triathlon is such a popular challenge for individuals that it's even featured by CNN's Dr. Sanjay Gupta for his Fit Nation Triathlon Challenge. He selected 7 viewers to train for and compete alongside him in the Nautica Malibu Triathlon on September 16th. I attended the race and watched in awe as these people pushed their fitness limits to swim a half a mile, bike 18 miles, and run 4 miles for the very, very first time. My brother, who was second overall in the longer distance race the day before, and my dad, who was also third in his age group, who's 68, they spoke with Dr. Gupta and his training staff about the race. Although it was challenging, Dr. Gupta and his triathlon coach were proud to report that all 7 athletes finished, and all of those athletes chosen were men and women competing in their first triathlon. Now, not all of us are ready to bike 50 miles or even 10 miles, or to even do a triathlon. That's not for everybody. But for most of us, pushing your fitness limits just means making time to exercise. Start by joining a health club. Let the staff assist you in finding something that you really enjoy and that you'll stick with. For another large part of us who already exercise, getting into those limits may be ratcheting up your workouts a notch. If you're used to being on the elliptical for 20 minutes kind of quietly, do short bursts of exercise. Work really hard for 2 minutes. Pull back for a minute. Do that for 30 minutes instead of a slow and steady workout. Those type of workouts are much more effective for yourself because you're pushing your limits. By now, the wheels should be turning in your minds about the 3 guidelines regarding pushing your limits: what they are, how to push them, and why you should push them. After you leave here today, I would like everybody to go back to their busy schedules and everything we got to do, but don't forget about today's discussion. Think about what your personal fitness limits are, and remember, they're ever changing. Think about these things: why you want to push those limits. The benefits are a healthy body, mind, and spirit. How to push those limits. Sign up for that bike ride or run you've been thinking about. Do that walk to honor a special person in your life. It's easy to forget the importance of challenging yourself and challenging your body to do something that you've never done before. And yes, it's not easy to do. And no, it's not impossible. There are countless ways to motivate yourself, but at the center of it all is you. And the next time you're faced with an obstacle in other parts of your life, just thinking about how you pushed yourself to that fitness limit will get you through every time. And for that extra push, a favorite song always helps. So, as the Eagles sang in 1975, take it to the limit, your limit, one more time. Thank you very much for your time today.